Major changes to the federal educational budget are planned for 2011.
And the focus on much of that change highlights the need for additional funding at historically black colleges and universities. New at 6:30, News Channel 5's Nicole Ferguson talked one-on-one with Tennessee State University's president, who watched President Obama sign off on more money for schools like TSU.
President Obama's renewed financial commitment to historically black colleges and universities came Friday when he signed an executive order for the White House initiative on HBCUs. During his speech, the president noted accomplished HBCU alumni, including one of Tennessee's own.
It's because of these schools that a young broadcaster with a funny name, Oprah, could make that name into an empire.
His reference to the Tennessee Star wasn't the only way the volunteer state was represented in the East Room of the White House. Front and center, Tennessee State University President Dr. Melvin Johnson, who believes the executive order is critical for black colleges.
Extremely important that this be codified in law and that it extend the reach to students who would not have the financial ability to study otherwise.
In addition to the president signing this decades-old executive order, major changes to the 2011 educational budget. It calls for $98 million in additional federal funding for HBCUs, including $850 million over the next decade. This will go toward capital projects, competitive grants, and perhaps most importantly, there's the additional funding for Pell Grants, money that 70% of students at HBCUs tap into each year.
Today it's because of these schools that 1 out of every 2 wide-eyed freshmen who rise on their campuses with big backpacks and bigger dreams is the first in his or her family to go to college.
It's encouraging news for TSU that, like every other publicly funded school, is facing major cuts at the state level.
It's not been a situation where we've been able to catch up.
The president hopes this new budget will help fill the gap and create more U.S. college graduates than any other country by 2020.
It's not can we do without these institutions, it is what can we do with these institutions to make sure that we are meeting our goal of educating all of our citizens.
In Nashville, Nicole Ferguson, News Channel 5 HD.
All of these changes are a part of the president's proposed educational budget. Coupled with the Recovery Act, it would invest $200 million in Pell Grants and new college tax credits.